don't move! You're under arrest for choking an individual to death. I what? It was a cold night and an otherwise warm spring day. Sassy was arrested for murder they didn't commit. While they're all alone, at least they have a laptop and a few games that they can play. Now, this isn't some generic US prison where convicts have to wear a jumpsuit. Being bored while waiting for their interrogation, they decided to play on it. The choice of games for the cell were pretty mediocre, to say the least. Ugh, pass. Oh, that's interesting. May not be the one that I wanted, but I'll take it. Oh no. Crime Scene Investigation, or CSI, or unofficially CSI Las Vegas when the spin-offs began airing, was this show where a forensics team investigated crimes using procedural sciencey shit that turned out to be not very accurate in real life. Think of it as Law and Order, but without the latter part. Unlike most of the crime procedure shows that I watched where it's just one case per episode, this one mostly focuses on 2 or 3 per episode, at least in the first season. It's the only one that I own, what are you gonna do? It was so popular in the States that it spawned 3 spin-offs and 2 other shows that take place in the same universe coincidentally. Not only that, but it also spawned 8 games, 6 of them based on the Las Vegas one. I'm guessing Erasure and Mac don't get enough love from the network. I'll be looking at the first one, released in 2003 by 369 Interactive and Ubisoft, around the same time Season 3 was still airing. It was then ported to the Mac and the Xbox the next year, with another half of the cases from the sequel, Dark Motives. 3 discs. You know, for a game that takes half a gig, I expected at first to have 1. Turns out, according to the manual, it's recommended to have a gig and a half. At least be honest, box! I'm just gonna be out of character and say, this game is a bitch to run. The game recommends to use QuickTime 6, and it's best that you install the latest version of QuickTime. Otherwise, you'll get the white rectangles on where the animations are supposed to play. Hate when games aren't future-proof. Problem is that I can't seem to start the game as it gives me an error and it doesn't go away without going to the task manager to close the damn game. Try to install the latest version and it refuses to play. Even if I manage to fix it, my copy is entirely in Spanish. Why does everything have to be dubbed in this damn country?
Sí, no me extraña. Cielo santo, ¿qué está ocurriendo ahí dentro?
So I have to use someone else's footage. I'm extremely disappointed that this game doesn't have music from The Who. So the game is basically a mystery point-and-click adventure game, probably not unlike the ones by LucasArts. There's 5 cases, with the last one tying all the previous ones. You meet Grissom, fakely not voiced by someone who sounds like Bill Peterson.
Welcome to the CSI Crime Lab, Graveyard Shift. I'm Gil Grissom, and you must be the new intern.
You're coming with him for a case at a motel where a woman was strangled to death.
Throughout the investigation, you will often want to examine things more closely. To look at the body, move your pointer onto it and click.
Yeah, you're forced to be handheld in the first moments of the case, so be patient. This isn't like hard evidence where you can just skip the tutorial the first time. You use certain tools to uncover clues and evidence, talk to witnesses, compare things to find matches, all that stuff. You don't have to find all the clues and evidence, but it's essential to solve the crime. The game is fine, no surprises there. One of the problems I had was the science lab part. It's probably the PC's fault, but it was lagging into a crawl at one point. And I don't know what evidence I must put to compare, as it keeps telling me that I can't put that there. As for presentation, it's all rendered FMVs and images. Gil doesn't even look like Peterson. It's just weird, but at least they got most if not all the main cast to voice their respective characters.
I'm Jason Gray. You the officers who wanted to speak with me?
We're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab, Mr. Gray. Criminalists. Sorry about your house. We just have a few questions.
I didn't get away further into the game. I know this isn't a proper review, but if you want to experience it yourself, you can easily track it down for cheap. I get it from a CEX for 25 cents. Just beware of the issues that I mentioned earlier. Nah, I don't have the guts to play that. This one, on the other hand. Starsky and Hutch was a TV show from the 70s that lasted 4 seasons. It is well known for its car chases and the Ford Gran Torino. And by well known, I mean the only thing that I know about the show. In 2004, a movie adaptation was released, but a year before that, there's this licensed game by Mind's Eye, and published by Empire for the PC, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and the GBA. I have the PC version, which came free from a cereal box many years ago. Remember that it used to be a thing? Checks quest, anyone? Hey, this isn't the theme song from the show. They got enough money for the license, but not for the theme song? The game is divided into 3 seasons with 6 episodes each. None of them based off a single episode from the TV show, but close enough. The game is actually a combination of a driving game and a rail shooter. You use your arrow keys or whatever you bind into the keyboard to drive around town, and mouse to aim and shoot. In the PS2 version, it is compatible with the gun console, so you can have a friend to make him shoot. Or if you have no friends to play with, you could probably do this. It controls alright, even if you're controlling with a keyboard. It's quite responsive and I feel comfortable using the mouse to shoot. I recommend using the WASD as a car controls, like an FPS. The episodes are usually about shooting the target car, but sometimes there's gonna be escort missions. Oh boy, as if I had enough of that! This game has a unique timer. You have to keep the audience happy by shooting the enemy car, doing stunts like 2 wheels or drifting, hitting boxes, etc. Ramming or shooting at other cars or driving into people will reduce it. Boy, imagine Chase HQ having that feature. There are power-ups that you can shoot or drive into them, like turbo, grip, sirens, more ratings, and D-stars, which can trigger scenes like some more jumps and others. You can also pick up keys that can unlock cars, hockey cars that can unlock extra content outside of gameplay, and do secondary objects to unlock special episodes like races, shooting galleries, etc. To unlock more episodes, it isn't always just finishing the level. You need to get a certain amount of viewer ratings to get a gold, silver, or bronze, and some episodes require one of the former two. It's a weird yet enjoyable game to say the least. I like how the game spices things up with escort missions despite not liking them much in general, but even here I quite like it. Presentation is fine, at least by default I'm driving the red Gran Torino instead of some green and white Camaro lookalike. Other than that it's average. Fuck, there isn't even any lip syncing in the game.
That's our guy, he's in flight, get him!
The cutscenes aren't in 3D, instead it's these stylized 2D ones that are just static images. I don't know if I have the right to criticize them since my Gmail portrait is mostly static imagery. If I do criticize, someone might come in and call me a hypocrite. Music composed by the legendary Tim Follin, who almost always gets the short end of the stick, is great. Sound, however...
Right on the money. Oh, perfect aim. Right on the money. Right on the money. Good shooting, partner.
I hope you like listening to Starsky complimenting your shooting skills a lot. Almost none of the cast from the show return, but hey, at least they have Antonio Fargas to voice Huggy Bear, which is something I guess. Starsky and Hutch is a decent game. You can get it for cheap these days, although I recommend either the PC version or the PS2 version. I'm not sure about the other console ports by Supersonic or the GBA port, other than the latter kind of sucks from what I heard. You know what, I want to see that little game. Oh shit! Sassy, it's time. Am I a dead person walking? Nah, just kidding. Sassy wasn't sure what's gonna happen. They didn't know what to say with a normal detective. That's when I come in. Hello, Sassy. This must be a misunderstanding. I would never kill anyone with bare hands. Only with guns like that time. You look familiar. Well, some working here also look like Zoe from Left 4 Dead. You might be confusing with someone else though. And that voice sounds familiar. How could that be if most of the people here are voiced by one person? Hey, don't get so meta on me, ma'am! Whatever, dear. Anyways, I'm Detective Sarah Houston of the Synopsis Police Department. SPD, did you just come up with the name of the town by looking at my old username? Wait. No. It can't be. Sorry to bother you, but I really want this conversation to be really private, so could you please leave for a moment? Thank you. Yes, Sassy. I am in fact your clone that you shot me at the end of the Anisma for 2015! Oh, sorry about that. Now tell me, my dear, how does it feel killing someone in cold blood? Regretful, no, but not the way you think. I feel disgusted doing something so macabre in real life. You know, there are better ways of getting rid of me that doesn't involve killing. You would suffer the same fate as me. Trust me, I'd rather end my suffering early than to live. And yet you decided to live. Oh, I love your style, honey. Now, let's play a guessing game. I give you a topic, and you must guess what I did, or what things do I like or dislike, okay? Right. Strangling incident. So the cops think I did it, but I was in my apartment the whole time. while I was there reviewing a game, you decided to disguise as me, pre-golf transformation, since you look just like me without most of your makeup. You went to an office complex, knowing full well it had security cameras, heard someone making a Ugandan knuckles joke, ran to the guy and punched him in the face. But you thought it wasn't enough, so you choked him to death and then... silence. You dumped the body, took off the disguise, and escaped the crime scene. I love it when you get something right. Oh, choking makes me so wet. Ugh, you're a sick girl, I love it. Well, since we're talking about choking, guess my fetishes. Alright. Your kinks are bondage, fandom, lactation, and humanoid beasts, right? Jesus! Time out! You fucking smug son of a bitch. You've probably heard from a friend of yours about purgatory, right? Yeah, she told me everyone who dies goes there. So what was it for you? Oh, the visit was short-lived. I woke up naked, of course, and saw a resurrection office. I went there and see this bald man. Come in, come in. People don't come here very often. They're very afraid of having such power at a cost. May I help you? Yeah, I know I just died like a minute ago, and I'm not sure if I could come back to life this early. Don't worry, my child. You can be resurrected at any point of time, whether you just died or you're resting in peace for like 100 years or so, and still look the same as ever, just without the warps, your decomposed flesh, and all that mess. But there's always a catch. There's gonna be a condition that is randomized from the computer the first time you come back to life. Hitler died to resurrect here, right? Wanna know the outcome? He became a tree in Argentina. Now, do you want to see your fate soon to be immortal? Why yes, but I need to get some clothes first. I don't want to embarrass myself looking at my naked body in public. Are they free? Sure they are. We have an unlimited supply of everything for free. We're like a socialist society here. Kind of wish the living world would have that. Now take your time to decide. So, do you want to live again? Well, I know I'm gambling my mere existence, but yeah. Alright, let's see how you're gonna end up. Oh, I'm in heaven. Wow, you lucky son of a bitch! I know, right? The only problem is my voice, which was still as manly as yours, meaning I had to train it to sound feminine. But other than that, it's a dream come true. Well, you still sound manly at times. I recommend booking a visit with a speech therapist. Did you ever do that? No. Fuck! Just as I thought. What is she hiding from us? Hey guys, Friends is on! So, what brings you here? Well, I was thinking of giving you a copy of Action 52 for the NES, but since you review licensed games, I thought it would be more sane that you review this jam. Ah, the old Micro Machines game. You really love me, don't you? So, I'm supposed to play it here? What do you think? I don't know, I thought you borrowed a TV and a Mega Drive with you. Still as clueless as I remembered. She's coming with me. She's free to go otherwise. She isn't the one. How can you tell? I know, alright! Excuse me. Let's get out of here before anyone finds out. I don't know about her. Something's not right. Well, what is it, boss? Sarah was very serious about the other felons. Why this one in particular? Maybe she had a close relation with the suspect, like a sister or something. Maybe she's bribing her, or maybe she isn't the one who choked the guy. Forensic science isn't always right, and I get the feeling Sarah did it just to screw with us. Whatever the case, she's gonna answer a lot of questions when she returns.